Hello, everyone. I'm going to wait just a little bit and let everyone kind of come in and see if anyone will join us. Um, you know, I'm going to just wait a little bit longer. I want to thank every single one of you that see this later that have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. I'm not really a YouTuber, but it's fun to be involved with everyone. And I know I look like crap because I'm very sick, but that's okay. Hello, how are you doing? Please hit me up in the comments and let me know what's going on if you have any questions or anything. I don't know if they're gonna let me see all that right now, but I'm just waiting a little bit longer, see if anyone else joins. There's a lot of people been viewing the videos, see if they'll join. I mean, I am going to make another video, and this one's going to be either, I was trying to think about one video was I actually going to go in and show what happened from the actual film to the Clemson offense. And once I said, bear with me, I got the flu pretty bad. But I was either going to go and look at actual film of the game and show what was happening with the offense versus the defense, or I was going, instead of worrying about YouTube, you know how YouTube can be, I was thinking about actually putting it on Madden and using the exact same plays and show that what Clemson was doing wouldn't work on even a video game. There's certain things that I look at when I'm looking at offense versus defense. And there's nothing worse than what they would say is Jimmy's and Joe's talking X's and O's. But you know what? Sometimes things are just really obvious. Um, And first off, I want to say this is I like Dabo Swinney. I grew up loving Clemson football. I've been there through all the suffering of Ken Hatfield and Tommy West and I was a camper with Bobby Bowden and all that. And I was actually, the crazy thing is that I was heavily recruited by Tennessee in North Carolina. And North Carolina didn't have no chance. I was never going to go to Carolina. So with all that going on, a friend of mine actually ended up taking the kicking position at Clemson from a scholarship that was offered to him. And Tommy Bowden actually sent me to his father. And I was walking in the house one day, and Bobby Bowden was talking to my mother. That was crazy back in 2000. Man, now that was a great man. That was a really great man. But what my point is I don't think Dabo is a bad coach. I don't think Dabo is a bad person. I think he's a good person. And like my cousin actually goes to church and is friends with Dabo. I just it's just certain things that I see that he's doing, I think is actually hurting the Clemson program. And I would love for him to prove me wrong. But I'm going to give it hard like I've been giving it myself. I mean, like you hate the thing is that I find is these delusional fans that just want to ignore everything that's going on, and you can't ignore that Clemson has fallen off a little bit. I mean, because a Tennessee fan wrote earlier, and they're all welcome here too as well, but the Tennessee fan wrote something about all Clemson just plays in the ACC, blah 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 blah, and they've fallen off. They haven't fallen off, and you're just a spoiled fan. And I've heard spoiled fan, spoiled fan. No, it's true that you've slipped off a little bit when, if you sat there and think about it, if you had T. Higgins and Justin Ross and those wide receivers from a few years ago, and Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and the same defense, a lot of the same defensive linemen that are there right now, if you had all that on the field, does Tennessee actually think that they wouldn't have got beat by 3 or 4 touchdowns? They would have got massacred by that team. Of course, that team wouldn't be playing them. That team would be playing in the college football playoff, in which they would have massacred anybody in their way. And that's exactly what happened in 2019, and that's why they won the national title. Now, to say that the Clemson program has not slipped a little bit, well, you have. You've gone from an undefeated season to losing 3 games 2 years in a row, which you didn't necessarily have to. Now, is it all on DJ Uyunglele or however, DJU? Was it on him? No, it's not. It's not 100% always on DJ. It wasn't his choice to put him in the game, and a lot of people have said this on YouTube, but I just don't think the guy really is that great of a quarterback, and I think that he is going to be the next, like, is the quarterback for Tennessee now Milton? Is a lot like DJU. Big, huge arm. Not the most mobile guy, but can make a play. It has accuracy problems, but like I said, a rocket for an arm. But I think you're kind of looking at the same type of player. Now, that guy came out the other night and he played the game of his life. That was basically his DJU's Notre Dame game. Now, taking it off from that, my next video, I was thinking about putting actually film of the game and show how the RPO and play action pass does not work against that defense or blitz, and why you would continue to do that. I don't understand, but that's exactly what happened. So, that's coming up soon. But I wanted to thank everyone, and you're all entitled to your opinion. It's an open space. I'm always open to conversation. Please like and subscribe and tick the notification bell, and there'll be much more to come. And thank you so much, everyone, for the love and the views and all that. It really means a lot. And once again, I do this for fun. So thanks for having fun with me. Please, it's an open conversation, an open forum. Feel free to join in, tell people, and we can talk. I want to bring in other YouTubers or other people that may know even more than I do, and we'll do that. And let's see if Dabo can rebuild Clemson again to where it was. And that's what I want. I want playmakers. The most essential aspect of football, they call it, basically, when you look at it, they talk about most essential elements of football. They call it a chess match. I hate that because chess is actually much more difficult. In football, your goal on offense is basically to, well, obviously score, but not only score points, but to get playmakers open in space. That's the key. And you have to mitigate and, basically, I guess, an undoing of what the adjustment was by the other team. That's good coaching. And there's normally 2 adjustments a game. Normally we see what you really got. We see how that goes to the first quarter. And then we turn around and we make an adjustment. Then you go in halftime, you make another adjustment if need be, and see what their adjustment is in the second half. Good coaching makes those adjustments. It actually schemes and plans against what is being thrown at them. Here's the problem. Bad coaching is saying, this is our offense, and you just run the plays that are on the sheet, and if they don't work, you blame it on execution. That's bad coaching. Good coaching is seeing what comes. Have a plan. You pre-planned a game plan. You go out and you attack, and you see what the defense does. Now, if that doesn't work, you make adjustments in the game, and you continue going forward making those adjustments. And let's say they're blitzing everyone when the quarterback's back in shotgun. Well, you have screen passes, you have ways to get players open to space. For some odd reason, Clemson does not like the middle of the field that much. I don't know why. They'd rather try to throw through a tiny window on a back shoulder pass every time, or throw a bomb. I mean, you could attack the center with tight ends. You could space the field out, expand the field in both directions in width and length, and find open gaps. But what's up, Hunter Goat Fro? Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. What happens from that point is if there's no adjustment made and you're simply going to run through your plays and say, this is your offense. If it doesn't work out, then you're going to blame it on execution. That, like I said again, is poor coaching. Look, sometimes there's teams that have good talent and good speed. And whereas, and I'll show this in the film footage I'm going to do later, is that there was easy ways of when they're blitzing, you can actually hit. They're gonna miss a gap, and you're gonna bust through and score running. But you can't continue to run play action when there's too much heat on the quarterback, and he was running backwards when what he could have done or should have done is stepped up, and then he would see his lanes, and that comes from not being coached about that pressure. Um, in high school, he can outrun those guys on the edges, and you can't do it against a SEC team, or most ACC teams. You can't do that against because ACC has a lot of NFL defensive players. So, with all that come to head, I hope you guys enjoy the next video. It should be interesting because I'm actually going to do a little X's and O breakdown of kind of what happened, and here's to Jimmy's and Joe's talking X's and O's. Um, And thanks for bearing with me. I have a really bad flu. Um, don't know if it's COVID, but I'm not really around a whole lot of people. But yep, I'll be with you guys very soon. And thanks again, everyone who subscribed, liked, and been part of the community and part of the conversation. Keep it coming. I love you guys, and that's a hard take.